the thing is, every time I review a car, I'm always thinking about its price. Every time a price goes up, I expect better refinement, better technology, and better range. But with every drop, I expect less. And this is the Nammi Vigo. And something tells me that the Vigonomics is about to surprise me. So let's check it out. The Nammi Vigo in Nepal comes in two trims, the E2 and the E2 Plus, with either a 44 or 51 kilowatt hour LFP battery mated to a front mounted 99 kilowatt motor, producing 230 Newton meters of torque and giving it a range of either 300 or 350 kilometers to a full charge. From WLTP estimates, sure, any DC will probably give you more. And I remember the 01 being super efficient. So stick with me till the end and see what I get on this. And as for practicality, well, it's molded base up like a Rubik's Cube. No, not the shape, but its versatility. You'll see what I mean in a bit. And it comes with a superb 190 mm of ground clearance for a 2.7 meter wheelbase car, meaning that ground clearance won't ever be a problem. And the boot is a proper 500 liters with a split tailgate that can hold up to 150 kgs and even has a large storage compartment underneath. Oh, and obviously the rear seats do fold down in that traditional 60:40 ratio, giving you tons of more space. And as for charging, with your standard 7 kilowatt home AC charger, just doing some rough math, it's gonna take around 6 to 8 hours depending on the variant. And fast DC charging, well, this one's a bit more tricky. I've been told while the E2 accepts up to 60 kilowatt of DC fast charging, taking about 30 minutes to do the standard up to 80%. The E2 Plus, on the other hand, can actually gobble up a proper 167 kilowatts of fast DC charging, meaning it can go up to 80% in 18 minutes. If you find the right charger, that is. And as with most EVs, when it comes to safety, there's a ton. So I'll have them up on the screen right now. Alright, and what about exteriors? This car does have proximity sensors, so if you walk close and far away, it's gonna auto lock and unlock itself. But I think it definitely carries that Rubik's Cube inspired design again, meaning they're trying to quote unquote create exquisite forms and ever-changing spaces, both on the outside and on the inside. And starting at the front, you have sensors baked in at the top, you have boneless wipers, and then down here it is a manual hatch to open your front. There is a bit of empty space, but everything is neatly tucked in. Your 12-volt battery, your fuse box, your hydraulics, and your AC/DC converter. So that was a nice loud thud. That's very subtle, nice Dongfeng badging right in front. And then it's LED treatments of light. I have the side lights turned on one side as the DRL on the other side. These two lights are your headlights up at the front, and these are all LED treatments, by the way. The headlights at the front are height adjustable and also have follow me home. At the bottom you have your 360 camera, an open cutout for your AC radiator intake. And then coming to the side straight away, you have your charger port. So your AC and DC ports are right on the side. Closing that, and then going straight down. I know these are very dirty. It's been a very rainy, wet monsoon here in Nepal, but the tire size is 215 55 R18s. So these are 18-inch aero caps, as it looks like. And then these really look not just functional, but also has a good form with the Nammi badge right in the middle. So coming to the side after the charger port, you have your electronically adjustable and foldable mirrors, and then a 360 camera down here. This is your indicator strip, by the way. It's not up there. Then up on top you have like sleek roof rails and a massive glass panoramic roof that just stretches right across the car. And then for ingress and egress, I don't think you would notice on the first try, but it's actually a button in here that you press open. Welcoming seats, nice, and even the same treatment at the back. Again, doors open up wide, so ingress and egress should not be a problem. Very tall windows on both the front and the back, and then you have this very strong stance C-pillar. Then coming at the back, the Vigo keeps it clean. You do have a shark fin antenna on the top, and then you have a spoiler with a top mounted 360 camera, and then the stoplight is down there below. No rear wiper, unfortunately. Your badging there, number plate there, more company name, model name there, 360 camera, parking sensors, and then you have reflectors at the bottom. And here's the fun part. I open the boot, and then this is called a heaven and earth split tailgate. This thing holds up to 150 kgs. And you also have more space down there. All right, closing this. It's all manual back here. So what about the interiors? As for the front interior button here to open it, this is a welcoming memory seat that opens up. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6-way electronically adjustable driver's seat. It's also got heating and cooling thanks to these perforated synthetic leather outing. And then it's a dual tone sort of finishing. These aren't hard plastics. This is actually ambient light here. Your menu control, one-touch windows all here. Child lock, a big cubby holder for your bottle and more knickknacks. And then headlight adjustment down here, and then on the right you have AC vents. It's a very interesting hard plastic but nice mold, and this is actually like felt, so it's like plastic but with a bit of a texture and definitely on the softer side. But yeah, when you come in you are greeted with memorize the current position and my emergency lights on, but it's a very oval-ish shape Dongfeng Vigo steering layout. On the left hand side you have your voice control, a favorite button, your ADAS control, and then you have quick driving mode selection here, and on the right hand side are your multimedia controls. This mode will go between the different inputs. So wireless Apple CarPlay connected. This is a wireless charger, by the way, a max 50-watt wireless charger with an AC vent down below, so that's a nice touch. This is your key fob, and then there's a nice deep under storage below your shoulder rest here. While I'm talking about storage, you do have a decent sized glove box, not the biggest, but again, I love these intricate sci-fi geometric patterns and this soft touch dashboard, like a multi-layered. You probably shouldn't leave your things here, but sure, why not? And then the passenger side is also 4-way electronically adjustable. You see that button there? That's how you open the door. It's a button, open and close.
Do not forget your wireless charging device.
Thank you for the reminder. And then in case the car battery's down, you do have an actual latch here to open the door. Just a safety mechanism. Thank you, Nami. But yeah, this steering wheel is also adjustable for height only. It's supposed to be an 8-inch display there, and your center console, well, it's very nice and snappy. You have most of your layout here. Do tune in to my second video to have a full in-depth dive of what this can do and what this can do, but just breezing over that for now. Down below you actually have a sunglass holder. Yes, it has a nice smooth cloth lining, but you can probably fit in something as big as a Galaxy Note inside. Yup. You have two USB ports down there, and they're both USB-C. One is for file reading and one is for charging, and then you have a 120 watt 12 volt socket. And look at this storage space, like the entire thing. You can hide away some of that for your cup holders like this, or as I have done, just the entire thing for my mounts and camera gear and charger and whatnot. And there is a nifty sort of plastic bag holder here if that's what you want. Up on the roof though, again, massive panoramic moonroof, but here is what your sun visor and mirror look like with light. And then these are LED lights, touch haptic. And do they open out? Yes, they do. All right, let's check out the back now. All right, as for the back, it's the same treatment of doors. Nice, easy ingress. Dual tone color back here. And whoa, check this out. The shoulder room, the headroom, like whoa, super expansive. I even have a rear armrest, and like it's a very tall, upright sort of cabin at the back, but oh my god. Like I could probably lift my dirty shoes up here and sit in pretty nice and comfy. Good under thigh support. There's a magazine holder here. You have bottle holder here. You do have like a small cubby with a USB-C port down here. It's big enough to hold a phone. You have one rear AC vent there, and then two ISOFIX points here. 3 headrests, although the one in the middle is a bit integrated into the seat, and then 3 pairs of seat belts. You do not have a sunshade, as I just found out, but this is a massive panoramic moonroof with good lighting on the inside. Also does, I think, a fairly decent job of insulation. Grab handles, and then you have lights up at the top there. So yeah, nice and comfy back in the Nammi Vigo. All right, enough of the ins and outs. I'm gonna hop onto the driver's seat and let's get going. Today is a bright and sunny day. Thank God for no rain, but it's also really hot. All right. Ooh, welcoming seats. Foot on brake. Seat belt check. Mic check. Turning on Apple Wireless CarPlay. Shifting into drive. And here we go. So the thing with Chinese manufacturers is that they really keep the essence of the brand same. And you definitely feel that familiarity of the Nammi 01 on this Vigo, especially when you are behind the wheel. And the Nammi 01 to 06, as this Vigo is also called in some market, is a big jump in model names and size, and thankfully it made a not so big jump in price. Price wars. As for driving, this is very customizable, again, just like a Rubik's Cube. Seriously, you can like really tweak it around. You have 3 driving modes: Eco, Comfort, and Sport, that can all be toggled through the screen here. Then you have 3 intensities of steering: 2 Comfort, Standard, and Sport, about how heavy you want it. I felt that Eco mode, what I'm in right now, requires a bit more pedal and footwork, but foot down and you're already at 50, so it's still quite zippy. But then there is a convenient mode change button on the steering wheel, and in sports mode though, you get that instant 230 newton meters of torque, making for some quick zippy overtakes like this. Wow, it really does like push you back into your seat. And then I think the brake feel is quite adequate too. It's got 4 disc brakes in each wheel, and it has 4 intensities of regen, starting from a 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually left it in strong because it doesn't feel too jerky. But like in the 0-1, there is like a fraction of a second of a delay in this. Okay, I guess that is wow, that was a very complicated intersection. And as for comfort, at the front it's got McPherson struts and torsion beam at the back, and let me tell you, it's just as supple as the 0-1, and with the added benefit of that 190 mm of ground clearance. For just a 2.7 meter wheelbase car, you can actually throw it into potholes without 1, bottoming out, or 2, breaking your back. And what I'm loving the most about this car though is ergonomics. Like, my instrument panel is right ahead, so I don't have to look away. You are sat in a very tall, upright, commanding position with a clear view of the bonnet. Like, you know exactly where even the headlights are on this car. Regen going down this hill does a good job. The side mirrors though, I don't usually say this, but they're awesome. They're very wide and upright, and you have like a good visibility of what's behind you. Not just on your sides, but the rear visibility from the inside too is quite good, thanks to that large windshield at the back. But what I do want to point out is that there is no rear wiper on this, so if you're in a dusty area or if it's been raining and it's muddy, or you're on the highways, good luck. And I think that impressiveness is passed on inside to the cabin build quality as well. Like, everything I touch, my elbows, my fingers, the door, the dashboard, it's all soft touch and feels very premium. Similarly, I think the sound quality is decent. Like, it's not too thumpy with a lot of bass, but it is clear. And these ambient lightings in the side here, they really light up in this intricate geometric pattern at night. And now the crux of the matter, efficiency and range. Well, it's been around 12 to 15 kilowatt. So it's not as frugal as the 0-1 was. Ooh, this is a tight turning. But it's also not as small and light. Like, this car is around 1900 kgs curb weight as compared to that, which was 12 to 1300s. Don't forget, this is a lot boxier and upright and not as aerodynamically sculpted. However, what's some sacrifices when you have this much of additional practicality? So that's the Nammi Vigo. Look, it's not flawless, but when you see that price tag, you tend to stop caring. And in Nepal's current EV price wars, the Vigo is basically saying, hey, you don't need deep pockets to drive something that is great. And honestly, for a car that looks this cool, has that much of ground clearance, and costs this much, I'd say this is a win. So didn't the Vigonomics surprise you? Let me know in the comment section down below about what you thought. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more deep dives into the EVs that are shaping our road. Peace. What I'm also mildly surprised by is that this moonroof, like, I touch it, it's actually hot because of the sun, but I think it's doing a decent job of keeping the heat out, so that's nice.